He is embarrassed or he is embarrassing. Which adjective is correct? Hello everyone, I'm Paula. Welcome to my channel where I bring you insightful English grammar lessons to improve your knowledge of English. Today we are going to look at adjectives ending in ed and ing. What is an adjective? Adjectives are descriptive words. They describe a noun or a pronoun. I live in a big house. The adjective big gives you an idea of the size of my house. We may also use multiple adjectives to describe one noun. I live in a big white square house. With all of these additional adjectives, you now have an even better description of the type of house I live in. You know it is big, it is white, and it is square. There are some adjectives that are formed from verbs. These adjectives end with ed and ing. They are called adjectives of feeling because they either express how someone or an animal feels or what was the cause of the feeling. For example, to excite is a verb. The ed adjective is excited, and the ing adjective from the verb excite is exciting. Another example is the verb to convince. The ed adjective from convince is convinced, and the ing adjective is convincing. And here's another one. To encourage is a verb. The ed adjective from encourage is encouraged, and the ing adjective is encouraging. But do you know when to use the ed adjective and the ing adjective? In this lesson, I will show you how and when they are to be used, along with examples. At the end, I will give you a little quiz to test your knowledge, so please watch to the end. Ed adjectives tell how someone feels, and they refer to people and animals because objects cannot feel. Only people and animals can feel. So I could say, I am scared, or the cat is scared. But I cannot say the pencil is scared because pencil is a thing and it has no feelings. So ed adjectives express how someone or an animal feels. Here are some examples: excited, depressed, confused, convinced. I am excited. This is stating how I feel. Mary seems depressed. This is telling us how Mary feels. The cat looks confused. This is telling us how the cat feels. The teacher was convinced. This is also telling us how the teacher feels. So all of these express how someone or an animal is feeling. We could replace the verb in these sentences with the verb feel. For I am excited, I could also say I feel excited. Mary seems depressed, could also say Mary feels depressed. The cat looks confused. We could say the cat feels confused. And the teacher was convinced. We could say the teacher felt convinced. So now you see why these adjectives are called adjectives of feeling. Now let's look at ing adjectives. Ing adjectives do not describe a feeling. They tell us the cause or the source of the feeling, how something made someone feel. This may be a person, animal, things, idea, situation, or place. The play is boring. The play is the cause or source of the feeling. I am bored, which is how I am feeling because the play is boring. John is embarrassing. John is the source or cause of the embarrassing feeling. I am embarrassed because John may be doing something that is embarrassing. Here are some examples: exciting, depressing, confusing, and convincing. The field trip is exciting. The field trip is the cause of the exciting feeling. Cloudy days are depressing. The cause of the depressing feeling is cloudy days. I think chemistry is confusing. The confusing feeling is caused from chemistry. The judge's report was convincing. The cause of the convincing feeling is the judge's report. So ed adjectives express how I am feeling, and that could be a person or an animal. Mary seems depressed. That is a person's feeling. The cat looks confused. That is an animal's feeling. And ing adjectives express what makes me have the feeling. And these could be anything such as a thing, an idea, a situation, a place, a person, and an animal. Being in a crowded room is frightening. This is a situation. The situation of being in a crowded room is the cause of the frightening feeling. The thought of climbing those stairs is depressing. This depressing feeling is caused by an idea, that of climbing the stairs. So the ed adjective is saying I am feeling, and the ing adjective is saying it makes me feel. When the cause of the feeling is a thing, an idea, a situation, or a place, we usually do not have a problem in deciding which adjective to use. Where we tend to have some confusion is when the ing adjective is used for persons and animals. Remember, the ed adjective is used only for persons and animals because only persons and animals can feel. But the ing adjective can be anything, including persons and animals. When it is used for persons and animals, we have a situation where the one who is feeling is a person or animal, and the thing that is the cause of the feeling is also a person or animal. For example, the dog is frightened, and the dog is frightening. Both of these sentences are correct, but they have two completely different meanings. With the ed adjective, frightened, the dog is the one who is experiencing the feeling. It is frightened. Something may have scared him. With the ing adjective, frightening, the dog is the source of the feeling. It is frightening. So, another animal or a person could be experiencing the feeling from this frightening dog. Let's look at this situation and decide which adjective we should use. Bored and boring. Jane has no internet connection, so she cannot watch her favorite YouTube channel. She has nothing to do. We could say Jane is bored. It is her feeling. Now, look at this other sentence. Jane only wants to be on her phone. She does not want to entertain her friends. They are bored. In this case, we could say Jane is boring. She makes her friends feel bored. She is the source of them feeling bored. Let's do some exercises together. Frightened and frightening. Paula was frightened or frightening by the crowd at the mall. What do we understand from this statement? It is telling us about Paula's feeling. So we use the ed adjective, frightened. Based on how Paula feels, what can we say about the crowd at the mall? The crowd at the mall was the cause of Paula's feeling, so we can say the crowd was frightening. Excited and exciting. Tom was excited or exciting to drive his new car. This is telling us about Tom's feeling, so we say Tom was excited. It was excited or exciting for Tom to drive his new car. So we know Tom was excited. Something is the cause of Tom's feeling, and that something is driving his new car. So we say it was exciting for Tom to drive his new car. Exhausted and exhausting. We felt exhausted or exhausting after the long ride. This is speaking about our feelings, so we use the ed adjective, exhausted. We felt exhausted. And what is the cause for us feeling exhausted? It's the long ride. So we use the ing adjective, exhausting. The long ride was exhausting. Here is another one. Disappointed and disappointing. My sister was disappointed or disappointing. She did not get accepted at her favorite university. This is expressing my sister's feeling, so we use the ed adjective, disappointed. My sister was disappointed. Not getting accepted at her favorite university was disappointed or disappointing to my sister. This is telling us the cause of my sister's feeling. It's not getting accepted at her favorite university. So the situation was disappointing to her. Not getting accepted at her favorite university was disappointing to my sister. So, to recap, we use the ed adjective when the person or animal is experiencing the feeling, and we use the ing adjective when something is the cause of the feeling. Here is a list of some commonly used adjectives of feeling with their ed and ing form and the verb they are formed from. This is just a few of the many ed and ing adjectives that are formed from verbs. Here is a short quiz to see if you fully understand when to use the ed adjective and the ing adjective. You may choose the correct adjective from those in the bracket. Number 1, the students were very disappointed or disappointing when they received their exam results. Number 2, climbing a steep hill can be very exhausted or exhausting. Number 3, we felt embarrassed or embarrassing as we witnessed Susan's embarrassed or embarrassing behavior at the carnival. Number 4, Tom's parents were devastated or devastating when they heard of his accident. And number 5, today is a very depressed or depressing day for Sally. She lost her favorite bird. She is depressed or depressing. Now let's go through the answers together. Number 1, the students were very disappointed when they received their exam results. Number 2, climbing a steep hill can be very exhausting. Number 3, we felt embarrassed as we witnessed Susan's embarrassing behavior at the carnival. Number 4, Tom's parents were devastated when they heard of his accident. And number 5, today is a very depressing day for Sally. She lost her favorite bird. She is depressed. Well, there you have it. I hope you found this lesson informative. Please subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell so you won't miss my next lesson. Thank you very much for joining. See you next time.